From the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. This evening, the capper to this divisional round. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Arizona Cardinals.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico. Greg Olson set to get this one started. Off we go on Sunday Night Football. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but a very solid return.
Here we go. Check, cut.
Now the first carry of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's going to be stuck at the line. No gain. Great way for the defense to open up here at home.
This defense wanted to come out early in this game and take the fight to the offense. And boy, did they ever set the tone on the very first play, keeping that carry to no gain.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Come on, 6, mega, 10 black, ready?
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
In danger of an opening 3 and out, they face 3rd and 10.
Yellow, 22, 10.
From the gun, it's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. On 4th down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. Don't want to risk getting pinned even deeper, so he makes the fair catch at the 6.
At their own 7-yard line.
They'll run first carry of the game for Trey Benson. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 14-yard line.
They'll go again with Benson. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a 1st down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen. And not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2. But it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor. And you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Murray to throw. That's caught downfield by Harrison. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 79 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Justin Tucker for the point after. It's up and good. And the Cardinals are out to a 7-0 lead here in this divisional playoff matchup.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On the ready.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Set, go.
They'll start on the ground. It's Jacobs. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
39-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd and 6.
Down.
Throwing is Love. Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Josh Jacobs was the intended receiver. 3rd down coming up.
He just stays on his primary read just a little bit too long. I think if he gets that ball to his check down a little bit quicker, not only is the ball completed, but I think there's some room to run. So, again, certain quarterbacks are better than others. The ability to process and eliminate targets quickly to move on to the next, that's a skill that really just comes from experience.
And they will finally run him down. It is a big-time play for the Packers. 32 yards.
How about that for your first catch of the game? I mean, to be able to attack the defense with your very first grab really sets things up nicely for the rest of the game. So defensively, they need to tighten up a little bit on the back end, because I promise you that's not going to be the last time they call his number.
Now Jacobs able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
It's so easy for us up here in the booth, Mike, to say, hey, that's the wrong read. He's got to pull that and take it to the outside. But I promise you, it happens so fast. And these defensive players have gotten so good at giving false indicators. Sometimes it's hard for the quarterback to know, should I give it or should I pull it?
The open man is Reed. He's got it. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Love. He'll get out of bounds, a gain of 8, and that's going to be good enough for a 1st down.
9 yards.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
It's a pickup for 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Ready, right. 22 meters. Come on, set. Ready.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this down to the 2-yard line, but they are in business. 1st and goal coming up.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Yellow, 22. Set.
Here's Love. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
The thing that stands out to me about this defense, Mike, is they just make you earn everything. They don't concede any downs. You see it here on this last play. Great job here. No gain. Forced third down.
10 black. Ready.
On the RPO, they just flip it forward to the goal line and in. Tucker Kraft. Touchdown, Green Bay.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Melton now to return.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
First play of the drive, and here's Benson. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
One quarter down in this NFC divisional round matchup. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Second quarter starts. Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got it with second down and 13 in front of them. Out of the pistol, it's Murray. Off balance throw. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
It is a big gain for Arizona. 35 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on third down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
Murray going to hand this to Benson. He'll work forward for a bucket. The all-pro Micah Parsons there for the stop.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Packers' 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's second and 8. Murray now. And he takes it down to the 15-yard line. Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And he's out of bounds after a pickup of 3.
He's out of bounds at the 12-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
They face second down and 7.
Easy.
To throw is Murray. Exiting the pocket right. He's going to keep it himself. And he'll get forward, getting about 4 yards before getting out of bounds, and that's going to bring up third down.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Now a 3rd and 2. Murray looking to throw. Back hauled in at the 2. And he'll take it on in. Brandon Cross. Touchdown, Cardinals. Takes the point try now for Tucker. His hit is good. And the Cardinals will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 60 red. Set.
Here's Jacobs. And this tackle there, he pushes forward. It'll give him 4 yards.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds. And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
We'll try to run it here with Jacobs. He will not be able to get to the edge. They shut him down. Taken down behind the line. And it's 4th down.
3rd and short, you think the defense has everybody packed in there real tight. So as a play caller, you're thinking, all right, let's give my running back a chance to stretch and cut. This defense was ready for all of it. They string him out wide. Nowhere to cut. Take him down for a loss.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Now Murray on 1st down. He's got it in the hands of Elijah Moore. And mark him down up beyond the 30. That's his first grab of this divisional round matchup, and it's good for the 1st down as well.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
Line of scrimmage is the 31 as they line up 1st and 10. Murray. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. A run with Benson. And he's going to have the 1st down. Mark him at the 45 and move the chains.
And the offense offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it. And he's able to pick up the first down.
Again, it's Benson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 46-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9.
Sit.
Working out of the gun, Murray. Flushed to his right, taking off, and he's out of bounds inside the 45-yard line. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
A short one here, caught by McBride. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
On the ground, it's Benson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good second down situation. But now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it'll be 3rd down.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my bass compressor. Ground control with a soul like...
From the gun, it's Murray. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's 4th down. Out is Justin Tucker to try the field goal. This a 42-yard attempt. And this is blocked. Now this is scooped up by a member of the offense. But he's not going to be able to advance past the marker. He is stopped short. And the block kick leads to a turnover on downs.
Green back. Back ready. 50, green.
That one on target to Watson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock is stopped with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Down. Yellow, 22. Hut.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And they'll take this to about their 38-yard line. Walter Nolan in there on the stop. That's timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their 2nd. And it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. It is 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
To throw is Love. Moving to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Packers going to use their final timeout now as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long.
Ready. Blue, 32. Hut.
Here's Love to throw. Working across the field, he spots Watson. He got a lot of what he needed, but just not enough. The mark is a couple of yards shy of the first down. Here comes 4th down. We are set for the second half kickoff. One of these teams ready to book a date in the NFC Championship game next week. And we are back at it with the 3rd quarter. Good job in coverage. They're going to get them down short of the 20-yard line.
Their own 18-yard line.
He'll throw on 1st down with Murray. Well, cover of the sideline, and it's intercepted. And he's going to be looking at a short field for the offense after the INT. Can't tie the game or even take the lead.
All right, Mike, you know me. I tend to be an offensive guy, so if we're taking a big shot to start this half, I'm thinking touchdown. But rather, we go interception to begin the second half. Now, still an exciting play. I think we're going to see both sides willing to continue to take these risks, take these chances throughout the rest of this second half.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that one. 1st down, Packers.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Green Bay.
Blaster, 6. Here we go, set. 33, yellow, ready.
To throw is Love. He's got it at the 7. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's 1st and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and they're able to convert.
This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Out to his right.
While he was running away from the pocket, Mike, I was wondering, was he going to just throw that one away or try to make something out of nothing? Give him credit. He does a nice job picking up some positive yardage before he's forced to go out of bounds.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Jacob is in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
So on 3rd and goal, they run it in. Sometimes, Greg, that's 4-down territory. They didn't need to do it on 4th down. Taking care of it on the 3rd down for the touchdown.
Yeah, when you find yourself down here this close, Mike, you have to finish these drives off. I'm with you. I think he was going to give his back 2 shots there to punch it in, but he only needed 1.
We are all square, 14 apiece. The score as this one's away. Melton now to return. Ooh! He'll get across the 20, slows him down at the 23-yard line. Throwing now, Murray on 1st down. He'll get that to Wilson. He's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
2 yards on the pickup.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and There was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
From the 25, here's 2nd and 8. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. On the run to the right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. 23 yards on that pass play. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. That'll be taken in. It's Trey Benson. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Throwing again is Murray. Rolling right. Escaping the danger. Throwing and completing. And he's into the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Tucker's extra point, up and good. And the Cardinals have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Ready.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And that's going nowhere. Thrown down, literally and awkwardly, right at the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that one.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Let's go. Slice, cut. Edo blue. Cut.
From the gun, it's Love. That one incomplete. Good job, textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
That's over the middle and intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
Big ace. 2-2.
First down throw from Murray. He'll get that complete to Harrison.
Complete to number 18, Marvin Harrison Jr. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 20-yard line.
2nd down, they need 3. Out of the pistol, it's Murray. Forced to his right. He's going to tuck it and go.
That Just great awareness there, Mike. He's looking downfield, he doesn't see anything, but he is locked in to get that first down. He tucks it, becomes a runner, and gets past the mark.
Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10, they go from the 11. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down.
At the 2-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches.
They'll run with Benson. Good blocking, and he's in. Trey Benson. Touchdown, Cardinals. Tucker for the point out. The kick is good, and the Cardinals have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
Wishnowski set to kick off.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Bo Melton on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Black. Cut.
On 1st and 10, here comes Jacobs. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Let's go now. 52 blue. 6. Mega.
That is caught outright on the RPO. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
38. Ready?
Here's Love, operating out of the pistol. There's a short one caught by Kraft. And he'll be stopped short of the first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
Yellow. Here we go.
1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Ready. Blue strike. 30. Edo blue.
They'll go for it. Love. That's taken in. And they're going to get the first down. They were forced to go for it, and it's going to work out for them.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Ready. Cut.
They'll run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Green Bay first down.
It's a gain of 10.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
Here we go. Cut.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout there. That's going to bring up 2nd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
Set. Cut.
Running is Jacobs. There he goes, inside the 30. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 10-yard line. A big-time run by Jacobs. 35 yards.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Blue, 32. Ready.
Love to throw it on 1st down. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the 1st down.
Now here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Set.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion.
Set. Cut.
They'll run with Jacobs. And he will score. Game on. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Packers. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Extra point by McManus, up and good. And the Packers are back to within 7. It's 28-21. Things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Melton now to return. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
At their own 20-yard line.
Start out with a run, and it's Benson. That's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 2. He'll go again with Benson. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. Out of the gun, it's Murray. That one on target to Moore. A gain there of 15. It's an Arizona 1st down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
They try the right side with Benson. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Second down and 8.
Omaha. On
the handoff, this is Benson. Inside the 20. And he will go all the way. Ray Benson. Touchdown, Cardinals. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his second touchdown of the game.
That should all but put this one away, Mike. And we've had some big plays throughout this game, but none bigger than that one right there. They score on the long touchdown, and that makes this a two-possession game here late.
Mitch Wishnowsky set to kick off.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Ready?
This is 1st and 10.
Down. 43 rail. Yellow. 20.
They'll drop to throw. This one complete. Right side, it's Watson. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple. Here comes second down.
Let's go now. 50. Green. Ready.
They'll go with Jacobs. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down. The Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. 2 timeouts still left, but scoring quickly here, a must. It's 1st and 10.
Close. 10.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. They're going to work this down inside the 45. His 8th reception of the game, and good for a first down.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark, just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late. Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Slide blue, 60 red, red, yellow, steel, black. Cut.
On second down, Love. Moving outside the pocket. Throw on the run is complete. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. They pick up 17 through the air. First down, Packers.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Packer first down.
He'll get up and clock it, and does it with just a little over 40 seconds to play.
Blue, 30, set, huh?
Here's Jacobs. And the Packers are going to be set up first and goal. Strong running brings them to the 9.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves first and goal.
Second and goal.
Ready, ready. 10 black. Set, black.
Jacobs. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. Third and goal coming up. Packers going to use their final timeout now, and they stop it with 22 ticks left on the clock here in the fourth. This crowd doing everything they can before third and goal.
Let's go. Yellow, 43. Ready?
Love to throw. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
And with that late score, it's going to give them a little bit of late life here, Mike. But remember, the next series of events is very unlikely. They need to get the onside kick and then likely a Hail Mary situation. So while they definitely have a little bit of a chance, I think it's pretty slim.
Big play coming up for the Pack as they're going to go for 2.
5, 6. Here we go. Set. 50. Green.
Conversion.
Ready.
He's going to try to do it himself. And he'll get into the end zone and get this one a couple of points closer.
Packers 29.
Nothing fancy here. This was old school throwback smash mouth football, and they're able to pick up the 2-point play.
They need a late recovery to have any chance. Here comes the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. And he'll be taken down. No timeouts left for the defense. That should do it.
Door. Oh, what?
First play of the drive, and here's Benson. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 47-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
So it's a win for the Cardinals. They are moving on as the #1 seed. The victory means they locked out another home date next weekend as they look to punch their ticket to the Super Bowl. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win here in the desert for the Cardinals as we say, so long from Glendale.
your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel.